Welcome to That's Good for Footy.
Forget about the heartbreaks, the agony and heartaches. You give it all for the game's sake, and that's good for footy. Forget about the heartbreaks, the agony and heartaches. You give it all for the game's sake, and that's good for footy. And this is what you pray for, every night and every day for. You give it all, then you give more. That's good for footy.
Good evening, everyone. How are you all? Nice to see you. Welcome to the Italian Sports Club in Werribee. Welcome along to Collingwood night. I don't want to muck around. I want to get the boys straight out of here because it's one of those nights where you just want to get nestled in, right? Yeah, okay. Welcome to That's Good for Footy. This is the family-friendly, live and interactive footy panel show. This is where the fans meet the players and the players meet the fans. These are for the passionate supporters, the shows that allow you to see the players be themselves. Collingwood show, June the 26th. Here we are. Please welcome to the show. He is our first panellist. He was born on the 19th of April 2001. He has played a total of 72 games and he has kicked a total of 49 goals. He made his AFL debut back in 2021, and when he plays for the Collingwood Football Club, he wears the number 31 on his back. Could you please welcome to the stage, Bo McCreary.
Good old Collingwood forever. They know how to play the game. Side by side they stick together to uphold the Magpies' name. See the barricades are shouting as all barricades should. Oh, the premierships are king.
Very nice.
For the good old Collingwood.
Gee, that went a little bit longer than I thought it was going to. You're obviously all up and about. Look at all the phones out. Oh, geez. I don't feel like I'm on stage or something. Hey, welcome to the show. You know, first time on That's Good for Footy panel show. How good's this? I'm very happy to have him here. It was nice to meet him out in the car park. We had a bit of a chat in the green room. He's come out here. He now wants to have a bit of a chat and let you guys know a little bit about him while he finds out a little bit about you. How are you though, mate?
Good, I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, good.
Thanks for having me.
See, nice, short, sweet. Let's get straight to it. Let's get our second panellist out here. He was born on the 2nd of October in 1993. He's played a total of 240 games and he's kicked a total of 80 goals. He made his AFL debut back in 2012. When he plays for the Collingwood Football Club, he wears the number 25 on his back. Could you please welcome to the stage, Jack Crisp.
Good old Collingwood forever. They know how to play the game. Side by side they stick together to uphold the Magpies' name. See the barricades are shouting as all barricades should. Oh, the premierships are cakewalk for the good old Collingwood.
Beautiful. Well done, everyone. Thank you to everyone for getting involved in that. It's always nice when these boys come out and they get that sort of rumptuous applause from you all. So thank you for doing that. I want to start with something before we get too carried away. I just want to read this out because this is very relevant for Jack Crisp. This week, game number 229. But basically what we're talking about here is that's 229 consecutive games. He hasn't missed a game since arriving at the Pies. In fact, his last 6 games at Brisbane, which was back in 2014, was when he started this streak of 229 games. Ladies and gentlemen, that's 14 years of playing football straight. 10 years. I was thinking 2024 and I went, whoa. But mate, seriously, 10 years of playing football consecutively. How proud are you of that achievement?
Yeah, I'm honestly very, quietly proud. Knowing I only wanted to play one game of senior football when I got drafted, and then moving to Collingwood was just kind of the round 1 team and then round 2 and take it week by week. But yeah, it turns out moving to Collingwood was the best move for the family. And now having my kind of name etched in the history books at second at the moment, who knows where I'll end up. But yeah, definitely something I'm very proud of.
Well done. I love it. I just think it's wonderful. Such a wonderful achievement. Boys, I know that you both love your footy, but let's find out a little bit more about your journey on how you got here. Let's do it in our first little segment. It's called What About Me? All right, what I want to know, and basically it doesn't matter who goes first, who goes second, there's no such rule about that here, but what I want to know is tell us about your first day turning up at Collingwood HQ. Did you know where to park, what entrance or door to go in, who to report to, were you early or late, and who greeted you first? Let's hear your stories.
My first ever day, I think, was like 14 hours after I'd been drafted. So, SA boy, they flew me over early that morning, which I wasn't a fan of. Not really an early morning person, but I rocked up here with Caleb Poulter. And the first person that I met as I walked through the doors was Nathan Buckley. So I was a bit like, fuck, here we go. But yeah, no, that was the first person that greeted me. And then Madeline Johnson, our welfare manager, looked after the rest. So it was a good start.
Were you there on time, Bo, or...?
Yeah, I think Darcy Cameron dropped me off or something like that. So yeah, I was on time that time.
Nice and punctual. What about yours, Jake? Going back that long ago now.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I knew where to park because obviously being traded from Brisbane, so I had a bit of time to kind of go in and meet everybody. But yeah, it was on time. First of 4 years, we're back at earlier that time. So I don't really remember who I met first when I walked in that day, but I remember going to the change rooms and saying hey to Tay Adams at the time, because we'd known each other from like 16s and 18s, big country stuff as well. But yeah, it's a long time ago now.
Absolutely. Yeah. Who's been your best mate since you arrived at the club?
Oh, I've had a good few blokes come and go at the time, but I got traded there with Trav Varco, and we connected pretty much straight away. So he was a close mate of mine straight away. And then a year after, Will Hoskin-Elliott came, and we're still very close. A couple of years later, Checkers came, and now Bowie's here. Was close with Pultz as well when he got drafted. I looked after him for a couple of years. He lived at my house, but yeah, they're probably the main group of people, yeah.
But how good is that you've made those kind of friendships just from playing football, and they'll be lifelong friendships for the rest of your life, especially now that you're a premiership player?
Yeah, no, it's unreal. Like when you get the chance to build those relationships, it goes a long way. Like Trav's been out of the system for 4 years now.
Yep.
I would see him more, but he lives over the other side of the city, so I don't really get to see him as much. But yeah, we still talk here and there, and just making sure we're always checking in on each other and seeing how we're going. Yeah, those friendships last a lifetime.
Yeah, for sure. Bo, what about you? Who was your best mate when you arrived down there?
Well, probably Caleb Poulter. As Crispy mentioned, I got drafted with him in Adelaide. We didn't really know each other back then, but yeah, we were sort of the first person. We sort of did everything together at the start, and now he's ended up being my housemate and business partner, and still probably my best mate. So
how good's that?
But yeah, I got drafted with a big group. I think there was like 9 of us that year.
Yep.
I think there's only about 3 of us left. So a lot of the boys have left, but yeah, I still hang out with that young group a lot. So like the likes of like Reef McInnes, Finn McRae, but I'm probably really closest with probably like people like Bobby Hill now.
Okay.
Hang out with Cripper a fair bit, and then obviously your likes of Will Hoskin-Elliott and Brody Marchek.
Brilliant. Again,
yeah, it's a widespread.
Just bonds that will be forever lasting, as long as not just inside football, but outside of football. That's fabulous. When I was growing up, I used to walk across the road with my mates, kids I grew up with. We used to go to the local footy ground, and I can remember hearing the dads in the garages, and they're listening to the footy on the weekends. I just love that sound. You'd walk along and you'd bounce the ball, and it'd come up, and you'd get a whiff of that leather and dirt. Great memories. What I wanted to know, what were your memories like when you were growing up? Did you have memories that were similar to that about football?
Yeah, I used to live next to, well, my parents still do, but my high school, and there was oval there, so I was always up there kicking the ball, making up my own score lines, and always happened to win after the siren. Yeah. And if I missed, all of a sudden the umpire would blow for a kick and I'd get another shot until I kicked it. But I'd drag Grandma up there, Mum, Dad, and then, you know, if we're at the bush at different times, I'd bring the footy out there. So anywhere we went, I'd have the footy for something to do, and then the AFL games would be live on the radio, or I'd have it going in my bedroom. I'd be in there listening, just making up all these scenarios in my head all the time. So yeah, every time I go back to Myrtleford, like a few of those thoughts pop back in my head. But yeah, that was just what it was like back then. It was great. Yeah,
excellent. Bo, just some of your memories. What were they like?
Mine would probably just follow him up. I've got an older brother, so just following him around everywhere he went. He was always my idol. And he was always really, really good at anything he did. So footy, cricket, anything. So I just always remember following him around, probably annoying the fuck out of him and his mates. So But yeah, probably just that. And then obviously mum and dad taking me all the late night cold trainings. But yeah, just that sort of stuff. So following my brother and always playing in his footsteps. So yeah, he was an idol of mine.
Can I ask you this? When you were a kid growing up, did you used to get dressed up in your footy gear and play around the house? Would you like get into the shorts, the socks, the jumper?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
Cool.
All trying to wear my brother's. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, different times.
Yeah.
Whether it be my local football club when Dad was playing and coaching for Myrtleford, or just a few different teams I played for growing up.
Yeah. Can I ask, did you ever collect footy cards when you were growing up? And if you did, can you remember when you got your first one and you actually had to sign it for the first time?
I think I collected them 1 year.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just too much effort to try and get them all, and plus Grandma didn't want to keep going down the post office.
Yeah, very similar. I think it was maybe 1 year there, but I was sort of more into my motorbikes and other stuff than just footy. So
yeah. So your desires were in a different way. Boys, there are 720 plus players in the AFL system. You're the best at what you do. In order to be either selected or considered, you have to be either outstanding at your craft or be gifted with natural ability. Recognising this is one thing, but being consistent at it is another. There is always pressure around selection. Coupled in with this is form and injury setbacks. This plus puts enormous pressure on you as a person. What is the one thing that keeps you consistent and focused? Is it mindset or is it practice routine? What would you say is the thing that is maybe your trump card?
Yeah, I think you'll find the longer you're in the system, the more that will change.
Okay.
Early days, it's obviously all about practicing your craft and your skills and then learning multiple roles and stuff. But for me, the last 5-6 years is being able to switch off from football and have that family side.
Yeah.
So it's not all about footy, and that's your big focus. It's about how you can get that balance right with work and family. So that's probably been the biggest change in my career, and it's definitely helped me a lot, I reckon.
Yeah, great. How do you tackle that, Bo?
Yeah, sort of at the start, I sort of came in all guns blazing, every day off trying to do more and more because I just wanted to be the best I could, but it probably tore me out and I had a few injuries early in my first 2 years. I did a hammy, calf, had hip surgery, so I think that sort of backfired, and I always say that to the younger lads, like, just enjoy it.
Yeah.
And then similar to Crispy, obviously, I don't have a family like he does, but just my off time, so hanging out with mates, stuff like that, going home when I can. I think it's really important. And then, probably more routine, like looking after your body, stuff like that.
Okay.
Late nights, food, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I hear you. How much sport did you used to play at school and at junior level? And can you remember how much running around, you just alluded to it actually, that your parents did for you to get you to all of your sporting activities? How much that went on?
Yeah, it was a fair bit. So I've got an older sister and 2 younger brothers, so it wasn't just me that they had to chase after. But we all did like rep basketball for a while there. Then we had football, netball. Then there was athletics when we were a little bit younger again. And then everyone played basketball on different nights because we were different age groups.
Of course.
So it was nearly every night we're out and about, and if mum and dad couldn't take us around, it was grandma and grandpa.
Wow.
So there was a lot of organising going on behind the scenes. But yeah, definitely the main 2 sports was football and basketball. That's what I liked the most. Then I made the call at about 16 to pursue football a bit more because I was trialling more representative stuff for basketball as well, but wasn't getting picked for any of that. So I was like, I'm getting picked for more football. I've got more chance going down that path.
Beautiful.
Here we are.
And there you go, 229 games later. Soon to be. With you, obviously you alluded to, was it motorbike riding or motocross? Were you doing a lot of that at the time when you were growing up and your parents running off to stuff?
Yeah, so probably for me and my brother, it was just footy and cricket.
Okay.
I don't really look like a cricketer, but we played a lot of cricket growing up. And then probably, we actually went to a volleyball school. So I played a lot of volleyball until I was about 15, 16. I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, right.
But then, sort of motocross sort of came in and sort of just took my interest away from cricket and that. But obviously footy, if I wasn't playing footy, I was riding motorbikes. So I quit cricket, quit volleyball, rode motorbikes as much as I could. But I was obviously a lot better at footy. So I stuck with footy and, it's paid off in the end.
You've both had rather extensive lifestyles that have allowed you to get out and get physical. I mean, that'd be something I presume you'd be passing on to your kids as well, to just get out and get involved in as much as you can. That'd be the role goal. Yeah. I wanted to just, speaking of school, let's just suggest that you 2 boys have been nominated captains for your respective teams. We'll go skins and tops, all right? you've got a choice who's going to be your first pick, but you've got an AFL list. I'm talking current day list. Who would be your first pick out of any of the clubs in the AFL?
Just no, not that. I'd probably take Bond at the moment.
Yeah? Yeah, good. Okay, who would you think? Got anyone that springs to mind, Bo?
I'm not great with my AFL stuff. Yeah, maybe I have seen Bond's been doing very well, so that'd be up, but I don't want to copy Cripper. But maybe a couple of years ago I'd take Dusty. So
yeah, cool. All right, nice. Your first game is a pretty significant part of your football journey, especially to family and friends. So much so that it is now done as a highlight package through social media. Do you remember when you were told that you'd be playing in your first game?
Not really.
No?
I remember, because we're going back to 2012 here.
Yeah.
I remember, I think it was round 4, our main session in Brisbane. And then because they used to put like a kind of the team list and the squad on like a pin board back in the day. But yeah, Sam Doherty come out and told me, he's like, oh, you're in the squad this week. And I was like, oh, geez, how cool is that? Anyway, I think later that afternoon, Vossi told me I was playing. I can't really remember how it all went down, but yeah, Mum and Dad flew up. Good experience, kicked 3 points, beat Gold Coast. But yeah, that's probably all I remember.
Okay, well, there you go. There's your story. What about yours, Bo? How did it get announced to you? Guess what, mate? You're playing this weekend.
I just remember mine not being as good as Caleb's.
Okay.
I'll tell you about Caleb's. Caleb's was crazy.
Yeah, right.
So we were all lined up and we all played basketball a lot when I first got to the club. And we were just shooting around and I remember Bucks coming out and we're thinking, what's he doing out here? And then he pretty well just pulled Caleb out in the front and was like, if you make this, you can play. I was thinking, fuck, bit of pressure. So, and I was thinking, lucky I've already played because I'd be missing this for sure. And he sunk it. And lucky he sunk it, and that was probably one of the best debut announcements I've ever seen.
Wow, that is cool.
I need to remember mine. Yeah, fuck. Sorry.
Nice. Brilliant.
I was sub though, so that's maybe why I don't remember it. Because I was sub. Yeah.
Okay.
So I was pretty flat.
Yeah, right.
Maybe the worst debut in history. A sub, didn't get on, and we lost after the siren to Brisbane.
Oh,
so
yeah. Yeah, all right, let's get 2 down on it. We've got to pick up the vibe again. Let's go with this one. How much do you remember about your first game? And I know we just spoke about that, yes, you were told you'd be playing, but how nervous were you? Like, did you sleep all right the night before? Did you have a good breakfast? Did you have butterflies when you woke up? What was that feeling like?
This is testing my memory even more. I think it was a night game. I think I was a little bit nervous at the time. Obviously, being your first AFL game, you would be. But I remember like those points that I kicked. I remember I got the ball and then I was so eager to like kick it. I don't think I had the ball properly. And one of the points was just a big floater through the side. My first shot at goal was like off the ground in the goal square. I thought, you beauty, here it is. Bang, shanked it straight in the points. It's actually in the worst misses of all time video. It floats around on YouTube. But yeah, I can't remember what I did throughout the day, but once you start playing, you have that adrenaline go through.
Gone.
Yeah, the nerves just kind of switch off and you just kind of focus on winning the football.
Yeah, good.
But yeah, it's a good experience.
Nice. What about you, Bo?
I remember feeling pretty relaxed. I'm a pretty relaxed character, but I think all the boys flew over, Mum, Dad, all flew over from... we'll go the next day, the next game, because I didn't fly many people over for my actual debut because I was sub. So when I actually debuted against GWS, flew everyone over... it wasn't too bad, and then I remember walking out the race and thinking, I'm actually nervous here, and I don't really get too nervous, so...
Right.
But it was against GWS, sort of peak, around COVID time, so and I just remember chasing Bobby and nearly caught him. I was like, I feel all right here. And I always said I never want my first goal to be a soccer. Yeah. And unfortunately it was a soccer. But first touch, first goal, so I was pretty happy with that. Yeah.
Oh, wow, mate. All right. As an elite footballer, what is something you want to be remembered for? A match winner? A leader, a consistent contributor, a reliable teammate, someone who always gives your all. What description would you think best suits you out of those?
I think those last three you said, consistent performer, what were the other two again?
A consistent contributor, a reliable teammate, and someone who always gives their all.
Yeah, well, I think that kind of relates a lot to how we play football at the moment at the Pies. A reliable teammate where you can play a role, everyone can trust that you're going to contribute that way and then help the team out. And you're always going to give your all. Like we don't question our effort. throughout the game.
Yep.
And when we do, we can see the rest of the game plan break down. So I think those last three are kind of what holds us together and helps us continue to play good football and consistent football.
Yeah, cool. Where would you sit there, mate?
Yeah, probably similar, I'd like to say. Probably just 100% giving your all every game and reliable. I think I have a crack every game, and I think that's why I feel like the boys enjoy playing with me.
Can I ask you a question, just in relation to your running ability? Did you do a lot of athletics? Were you involved in it in any way, shape or form?
No, none. I did 100 metres on sports day.
Yep.
And I always did all right at that. But no, that was about it, really. I sort of wish I did, but I might not run as ugly as I do. But, no athletics.
Interesting. I just thought, it just popped in my head right then. I thought, I've got to ask you about that. Who's impressed you the most down at the club with their work ethic, their professionalism and their mindset? Who's someone that just springs to mind straight away? And you go, mate, they blow me away.
Has to be Nick Dacos, probably.
Yep.
Bloke's 20 and a freak, so walks around like he's Pendles, which is probably fair enough. So,
He's allowed to. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's obvious for Nick. He's that good for a reason. He puts in the time and effort in his body, in his mental prep, in his game plan knowledge. And when he first got drafted, he was, Pendles was his mentor, still is. So one great helping another. It's just, fantastic to see. And Pendles has been doing it for bloody 20 years. So, he's another one that comes to mind.
Yeah, brilliant. Locker room energy is something that can be infectious. Who's the one player down at the club who thrives on this? Who is it that brings excitement and vibe to the locker room?
You've probably back on there. Bruzzy, pretty wild character. Leggy's weird, but funny. And I think Geordie's pretty good. Actually, Darcy Cameron.
Oh, yeah.
Does some real questionable stuff, but very funny. I just like Geordie's pranks. I think they're pretty funny, and I don't think he'll ever do it to me, so I'm happy. But, Booker's definitely straight. Well, Darcy Cameron's definitely straight. Yeah.
We heard one the other week, and those of you that made the trek up to Chirnside Park, I think Brody was telling us that Bruzzy's quite good at doing the practical jokes, and he'd put some bananas in the bottom of whose locker did he? Geordie do it to Bruzzy. Yeah.
Or Deep Pete in your Speedos.
Yeah.
So. I'm sure you blokes know how that goes.
Oh, yeah, no thanks.
Well, that's what he does, and then you get in the spa, and then it really kicks in.
All right. I think we can just leave it at that. We'll move right along. Speaking of DP, which one of these things gets you pumped the most before a game? Is it the smell of DP, the smell of fresh cut grass, pulling on the jumper, strapping on the boots, a footy in your hand, or the sound of the Collingwood crowd?
Has to be the crowd, I reckon, when you're running out. Yeah.
Do you just before you answer, Jake, do you still get goosebumps, Bo, when you come up the race? And you know that there's 80, 90,000 out there?
Yeah, when it's a big crowd, I'm walking out there, like I said, pretty relaxed, and then I walk out and fuck, here we go. But yeah, it's a great feeling. It's one of the best feelings, and I think everyone will miss it. Or everyone that's retired speaks about missing that feeling. I try and take it in as much as I can. 10
feet tall and bulletproof?
Yeah, try to be.
Brilliant. Love it, mate.
Jack, the crowd's definitely probably number one, especially when those moments in the game, doesn't matter what quarter it is, but if someone does a big spoil, big tackle, or you can just feel the kind of momentum shifting, and then the crowd starts really getting involved. That's when you get goosebumps out there and you're coming for a rest. But yeah, for me, I have a pretty set routine when I'm at the ground getting ready, but one of them's always having a footy in my hand, so I've always got kind of my focus going on and making sure I've got my touch right there. But the crowd definitely number one.
Nice.
Jack's like a little kid. You can't get the footy off him ever.
Really?
Ever. Yeah, before a game, it's crazy.
Stuck to it like glue. I like it. You've taken a mark on the boundary line inside the forward 50 and the opposition fans are giving it to you over the fence. How much of what they are saying are using as motivation, and how good is it when you see the goal sail over the goal umpire's head for a 6-pointer? Then, what is your first reaction?
Yeah, can't say it here, but I'm always looking for best shot.
Yep.
But if you don't really listen to the crowd too much, to be honest, unless you're like, if you've probably got the set shot and you're right there at the fans, you probably take something in. But generally, you can't really hear them doing too much.
Okay.
But yeah, you'd love to do a couple of things if you kick the goal down around, but you'd probably cop a big fine from the AFL.
Have you had that experience, Bo?
Yeah, I'm bad. Like I take it all in, which I wish I did. I wish I didn't. But yeah, if you're abusing me, I'll hear it all. I'll hear everything. But yeah, I've kicked one from the boundary. It was probably the best goal I've ever kicked, and probably the best I will ever kick. So
yeah, wow.
I'll stick with that. But yeah, if they were abusing me, I'd probably turn around and give them the bird or something.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, there you go. We like personality on these shows. It's all about personality. This is a good one for you. You've just kicked a team lifting goal. You look up and you watch the replay on the big screen. You catch a moment of you in a full body muscle flex. Is there a moment when you actually look at it and go, that's not bad?
Yeah, straight away.
Very nice, Jack. Come on, mate.
Yeah, well, if the veins are popping, it looks all right.
You walk into a pub or a bar and the footy is on. At what point are you conscious of the fact that this is actually what you do for a living?
Yeah, straight away.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, yeah, that's cool. I'll watch this game.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know, it is kind of second nature to you at times as well. But if you're watching it and you still think about it, it becomes surreal and you keep thinking how good this is because I'm living out my childhood dream, still doing it after so long. So, yeah, it's still cool to sit back and, think about what your life is and how you're going with it. So, I enjoy it.
I love it. I always think when I see guys walk in and I know, just give me a nod or something like that, and then I know that they've come in and they're probably going to be doing something else within the establishment, pub or bar. But then the footy's on, and I'm just always conscious. I wonder if they're like going to go, let's go around here and check this out. What do you do? Do you do anything similar to that?
Yeah, I never really used to watch much footy, and I've only probably started the last year and a half. I just I sit there and critique the other boys playing, and I always just catch myself thinking, I'm not as good as these blokes, so I shouldn't be critiquing them. But it's probably a thing I've started to do more and more, is just watch footy. So
yeah, right.
But no, I don't think too deeply about it.
Okay, excellent. Who was the first player you think of when you hear this phrase? All right, that's enough beer, let's have a shot.
Myself or Geordie?
Yeah. Geordie definitely. Yeah, go with that. All right. If you had to comment on each other's playing style or speak of each other's key attributes, what would you say about each other? Jack, what would you say about Bo? Bo, what would you say about Jack?
Probably very similar. Like we spoke about before, just always having a crack, real defensive kind of mindset. We get a lot of our reward off all our hard work we do defensively. So yeah, we're not the guys that always like getting the ball in our hands or look for the most, but we do a lot of hard work defensively, and then if we get the reward on the other end, it's even better. But just I think giving 110% effort all the time and just tackling hard, running hard, just doing what we can for the team.
So you'd be an advocate and a staunch advocate for the way that Bo goes about his football then, because everything you just described is the type of football he plays.
Yep, just like me.
Very nice. Would you like to surmise that with anything, Bo?
I just wish I could get the footy as much as Jack. I really enjoy playing with Jack because Jack wants me to play midfield with him, and he's a big advocate for trying to get me in there, which I appreciate lots. He's a very unselfish footballer, which I love. His two-way running is elite, and a lot of faith in Jack, and I enjoy the way he goes about it.
Beautiful. Well said, mate. Is it sometimes weird? I feel like I don't want to interrupt. Well done. They both need a drink after that.
Love and marriage. Love and marriage.
Yeah. Is it sometimes weird when someone recognises you? And do you have any funny stories from such an experience? Has anyone ever confused you with somebody else?
Yeah. I forget his name. Was it that McKenna guy for Collingwood? He's a big dog for Collingwood. Played a long time ago. Was an absolute gun. Peter McKenna, yeah. He came up, it was Mother's Day, and I took my mum into the thing. This was when I had a concussion, I wasn't playing, so I drove mum into Marvel, took her up, seen all the mums. He's come up to me and asked me about my retirement. I thought, fuck, not yet.
Not yet.
But he mistaken me for Nathan Murphy, which I was pretty flat about.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, that's probably the worst. But he actually came up 10 minutes. He walked off and I was absolutely rattled. I was so confused because I was like, I was unsure. And then he's come back and gone, oh shit, you're Bo. And I was like, yeah, there you go. But yeah, I was like, yeah, that's not ideal, but yeah, that's probably my main one. Yeah.
I like it. Thanks for sharing. What about you, Jackie? Over the journey, what about the situation where you get recognised, or maybe if you've been mistaken for somebody else? Any of those circumstances occur?
No, not off the top of my head where I've been mistaken for anyone. But there's a few blokes at the club that get mistaken for other people. Like Bruzzy, early days, was mistaken for Pendles. But then we had a stand-in president a couple of years ago, and then he thought Checkers was Will, and there was full saying it in the team room, and goes up to Checkers. He's like, "Oh, good luck today, Will. I hope you play well." And everyone's just going, "What?" Yeah, and Reef and Finn as well. This is the same bloke.
Yeah.
We just couldn't believe it. It was like, mate, you're meant to be like high up in the Collingwood board and stuff here, and feeling present before we got Jeff Brown in, and then it was a debacle.
Wow.
I think the worst, and it happens weekly. Fly still stuffs up Reef's and Finn's name.
Yeah.
I don't know how. They look totally different, but even at training, you'll call out Reef and Finn's like...
Who are you talking about, man?
Bros has been there for 4 years, yeah. I'm sure.
Wow. Gee, that is strange. What's your living... well, I know what yours are, Jack, but what's your living arrangements at the moment, Bo? Who does the cooking, who does the chores, the shopping and the cleaning? How does that all work for you?
Not me. I live with my brother and Caleb Poulter, which is elite. I love the setup I've got now. Well, I feel like I'm always busy, which I shouldn't say because I'm not actually always busy, but... Jake and Caleb are very loyal. They're very good at cooking. Caleb's definitely not good at cleaning.
Right.
Well, I've just bought a new puppy, so there's always a lot of cleaning going on now, cleaning up after him. But yeah, I don't do much of it besides the cleaning aspect. I'm not a great cook.
Yep.
Cook crumpets, maybe. The odd spaghetti. I cook spaghetti bolognese before a game, actually.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't do much of the cooking. My brother's pretty good for that. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Good. Well said. All right. And I know your situation is going to be... But who does the majority of the cooking in the Crisp household?
Mickey.
No, mate. No, I do a fair bit of cooking. I don't mind it. I do a lot more now because I feel like I just try to escape the kids a little bit, and the cooking, gives me some quiet time for a little bit. But yeah, no, we both share a fair bit of the work because there's tons of washing to do all the time. Got to bath the kids, feed the kids, and then we've got to put the kids to bed as well. So whether we get our dinner cooked putting them to bed or afterwards, because otherwise, I fall asleep with them all the time as well. So it's a bit complicated at times with the three, but we're doing a pretty good job together.
Good on you, mate. When you're giving away the signed kids' footies at the end of the game, you're going towards the boundary line, and you're about 50 metres away. What are you looking for?
Cutest little kid, maybe.
Yeah.
Someone that looks like they'll appreciate it, or if I see a baby, I always like not too young, but like young enough. Always try and give it to the baby, so when they grow up, their parents can tell them.
Beautiful.
Hopefully, they're Collingwood supporters still.
Yeah, I go to the same section near the 50-metre line, away from the race.
Yep.
But yeah, it's always just a young kid,
Yep.
just decked out in Collingwood kit.
Yep.
See how happy they are yelling over the fence. I have tried to give it to like a certain kid at times, and then someone else has come and snatched it. And I was like, no, this is for that kid.
Yeah.
But they don't give it, and I just kind of run off anyway. But same kind of thing I look for all the time.
Oh yeah. So what's the feeling like when you see a kid with your number on their back?
Doesn't happen often. It's a great feeling.
Do we see one? Where?
Is there one?
Where?
Oh, yes.
Where?
Actually, very loyal.
There.
I seen a sign. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. There we go.
Stand up. Stand up. Have a look at this. Turn around quick. Come on.
There we
Whoa!
go. Thank you. I love you all.
There you are. Beautiful.
No, it's obviously
Well
a great feeling. They see something in me, so I'm very grateful, and hopefully we see more in the future. So
good.
Thank you. I'll get a photo with all ears.
Very nice. Thank you.
Free.
Yeah. Jack, what's it like for you when you see a kid wearing your number?
Yeah, well, Bo's got 3 more than me, so... I've probably seen about 12 in my time.
Okay.
It's good. Yeah, I'm getting up there. No, seriously, bugger all as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll make a conscious effort to give them a wave if I'm not near them or anything. But appreciate it. It's
Beautiful.
It's cool. It's
very nice.
It's kind of surreal. Yeah, it's good.
Love it. Which club did you dislike the most when you were growing up? A couple of last little questions for you here. Who did you dislike, Bo? Curious about your answer.
I don't really dislike anyone because I didn't watch much footy.
Yeah,
I went for Port. There's a few I dislike now. I can list them off. I hate Essendon. I hate Sydney. Carlton, yeah, we'll go Carlton, yeah. Double down on Essendon, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't like them at all, yeah.
Double down on Essendon. I haven't heard that one. I like that. Yeah. Jack?
Yeah, I didn't like Essendon. Richmond.
Yeah.
Hawthorn.
Yeah.
I hate Hawthorn's colours, so...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah, that was probably about it that
Nice.
I really hated, yeah.
Okay. Which is the AFL club that you like to beat the most in your current format?
Yeah, Carlton or Essendon, yeah.
Carlton or Essendon?
Yeah.
Yep.
Or Port, because I like winning in
yeah,
Adelaide.
Port.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Port's a good one.
Yep.
Love beating Adelaide. Love beating West Coast. Love beating Giants.
Yep.
Yeah, everyone.
Everyone. Let's just go with it.
I just love winning.
Yeah, I love winning. This question, last one for this segment, boys. I want you just to concentrate on maybe the ceiling, look around the room. On the count of three, what I'm going to ask you is which club do you think has got the most feral supporters? On the count of three, pick up your microphones and give it to me. 1, 2, 3.
Port.
Sydney.
Port and Sydney.
Do you want me to tell you what?
Port,
Yeah,
West Coast,
please, I do.
Fremantle, Richmond, Essendon, Hawthorn, Giants.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I
I'd
just
say-
think Sydney are all upper class flogs. Yeah, in the nicest way possible. Like, I've been abused. I don't really get abused by many people, but I've had them going in on me, and I haven't done anything, bro.
Really?
Yeah, but yeah.
Wow.
That's
So
one bad experience for Sydney, yeah.
they're upper class, and yeah, you don't appreciate that. So good answer. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the boys. All right, boys. Before we start the actual segment, who'd like to go first in answering these questions?
Jack can.
Jack can. All right. Excellent. Well done, Jack. So there's going to be a series of questions that I'm going to be asking you, Jack. What I need you to do, Bo, is just pay attention to what those answers are because they'll come back later on.
He's stuffed already.
Yep. And it'll be vice versa. So once Jack has answered his, it'll be your turn, Bo. So here comes your first question. Who did you grow up supporting and who was your favourite footballer?
Carlton. Fev.
Fair. All right, there you go. What is the one headline you would like to wake up and read about yourself?
About myself. Norm Smith.
Oh, love it. Who has been your toughest opponent to match up on?
Gary Ablett.
Okay. Who was the last person you spoke to on your phone?
A text message or call?
Whatever you want.
Oh, texted Bo.
Okay, there you go.
I said I'm here at the front.
Who was the best kick at the club?
Jeremy Howe.
Oh, great. Give us one word that describes what footy means to you.
Love.
Excellent. Your first goal was against who?
Gold Coast.
What is your favourite dish to eat?
Burger.
What is the best artist or concert you've ever been to or seen?
Taylor Swift.
Didn't expect
I
that,
haven't been
did
to
you?
many.
Like it. Your favourite movie?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
All right. Have you ever noticed the Good for Footy logo on the ground at the MCG and thought of this show? Have you
This
ever?
show? No.
Have you, no. Good. Okay, there you go. Crunchy or smooth peanut butter?
Smooth.
Tomato sauce in the fridge or cupboard?
Cupboard.
Pyjamas, boxer shorts, jocks, or naked when it comes to bedtime?
I used to be a naked operator. Can't with kids.
Yeah, good answer. Aisle or window seat on a plane?
Aisle.
Okay. And your last question, left or right-handed side of the bed?
Depends. Are you looking at it? Like if you're looking at the bed,
If you're facing it?
you're facing it. Right.
Right. Okay, cool. There's your answers. Well done. Beautiful. All right. I like it. Very nice. Very nice. All right, here comes this is your time in the spotlight, Bo.
Am I answering or saying what
No,
he said?
you're answering. Yeah,
right.
yeah, this is where Jack has to listen to what your answers are. Yeah. Who did you grow up supporting and who was your favourite footballer?
Port, Dustin Martin.
Okay. What is the one headline you would like to wake up and read about yourself?
Norm Smith.
Norm Smith again, like it. Who's been your toughest opponent to match up on?
Dyson Heppel.
Okay, all right. Who's the last person you spoke to on your phone?
Jack.
Okay. Who's the best kick at the club?
Pendles.
Okay. Give us one word that describes what footy means to you.
Mates.
Okay. Your first goal was against who?
GWS.
What's your favourite dish to eat?
Had lasagna. Yeah, lasagna.
Okay. What's the best artist or concert you've ever been to or seen?
Zach Bryan.
Okay. Favourite movie?
Fast and Furious.
Have you ever noticed the Good for Footy logo on the ground at the MCG and thought of this show?
Yep.
How good's that? Crunchy or smooth peanut butter?
Smooth.
Tomato sauce in the fridge or cupboard?
Cupboard.
Pyjamas, boxer shorts, jocks or naked when it comes to bedtime?
Yeah, jocks.
Okay. Aisle or window seat on a plane?
Yeah. Aisle.
And left or right hand side of the bed?
Right.
All right, there you go. Put your hands together for them, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, so here come the questions. As soon as you think you know the answer, boys, get stuck in. Which Collingwood player has played the most games in the history of the club?
Jesse.
Jesse.
Scott Pendlebury.
Correct. And just for a bonus point, how many games?
394.
Spot on. 2 points to you, mate. You're off the mark. Well done. How many VFL, AFL grand finals has the Collingwood Football Club? Fem.
16.
No. Jesse.
Can I have the rest of the
Do you want the
question?
full question?
Yeah.
How many VFL, AFL grand finals has the Collingwood Football Club played in?
43.
43 would be correct. Well done. Beautiful. Off to a flying start. Well done, champ. Who is your team's captain?
Jesse.
Jesse.
Darcy Moore.
Darcy Moore is correct. Out of these three players, who has captained the Collingwood Football Club the most? Is it A?
Jesse.
Jesse?
Scott Pendlebury.
Scott Pendlebury is correct. Well done. For a bonus point, Scott Pendlebury has captained the Collingwood Football Club 9 times. There's one other person has done that. Can you tell me who that? Fem.
Nathan Buckley.
Well done, mate. You're off the mark. All right. That's it.
It works.
Well done. Good stuff. All right. Where did your team finish on the ladder at the end of the home and away season? Jesse.
First.
First is correct. Last year, to finish the question. Who wears the number 6 at your club?
Jesse.
Jesse.
Tom Mitchell.
Tom Mitchell is correct. He's on a fly here. Let's get up, man. This is for 2 points. Player and goals. Who was your club's leading goal kicker in 2023 and how many goals did they kick?
Jesse.
Jesse.
Brody Mychek. And 47.
What do you think, Tony? I reckon he's got it. 47 and Brody Mychek. Correct. Well done. Love it. How many games did your team win last year at the end of the home and away season?
Jesse.
Jesse.
18.
18 would be correct. Wow. How many losing grand finals has the Collingwood Football Club played in?
Jesse.
Fem.
Played in is 29.
No.
27.
27 is correct. There you go. 27 it is. How's he going? I love it. Bo's like, how good's this kid? Oh, I love him. Sign him up. Closest to within 1,000, how many members does your club currently have? Fem.
106,000.
106,493. You've got it. Well done, mate. Yes. Right. Jackson, bloody excited. How many premierships has your club won?
Fem.
Jesse.
Fem.
16.
16 is correct. 3 versus 10. All right. This is your last question. All right, we'll do another couple of questions then. Who was the Collingwood player who won the Norma Smith medal?
Jesse.
Jesse.
Scott Pendlebury.
In the 2010 grand final? It was Scott Pendlebury. Well done. This is for 3 points. All right? Not out of it.
I've lost.
Not yet, Fem. Not yet. Player year and votes. How many votes, what year, and who was the last Collingwood player to win a Brownlow medal? Jesse.
Dane Swan. 2011 and 34.
3 points. Well done. You got it. Brilliant. It's close now. What year did your team last win a grand final and who did they play?
Fem.
Jesse.
Fem.
2023, Brisbane Lions.
Congratulations. Well done. And the last question, how many points did they win that grand final by?
Jesse.
4.
Jesse.
4.
4. There you go. He's got it. He's done it. You are simply the best.
I give up.
Congratulations. Well done. Bo's impressed. How good is that? Congratulations to our Simply the Best winner. You have just scored yourself a set of Yamaha TWEF3A earbuds valued at $99. I'll give them to Bo and Bo will give them to you. How's that? Congratulations, mate. Well done. We hope you enjoy them. It's a huge thank you to Yamaha. Fem, you were fantastic. You don't... No, you were. You don't go empty-handed. I've got a load of... There's a $60 That's Good Footy merchandise pack there for you, all right? So enjoy everything that's in it. Well done. Good on you, champ. Good on you, Jess. Good on you, brother. That was beautiful. Absolutely fantastic. You have to do it, but we will. All right. So, Matthew, you ready to go? Bo, are you ready to go? No. All right, let's see how you go. Who did Jack grow up supporting and who was his favourite footballer?
Carlton and Fev.
Okay, there's 1 point. You're off the mark, Matthew.
Sure.
What is the one headline he would like to wake up and read about himself?
Norm Smith.
Perfect. Who was his toughest opponent to match up on?
Gary Ablett.
Excellent. Who was the last person he spoke to on his phone?
His best mate, Bo.
Who did he say was the best kick at the club?
Howie.
What one word did he use to describe what footy means to him?
Love.
Excellent. His first goal was against who?
Gold Coast.
Wow. His favourite dish to eat is what?
Burger.
Best artist or concert was?
Taylor Swift.
What's his favourite movie?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean. You're going to make a very powerful enemy up here.
Kick her out.
He won't be happy. There you go.
Nah, I'm on ya.
Yep. Have you ever noticed the Good for Footy? Has he ever noticed the Good for Footy logo on the ground at the MCG and thought of this show?
Nah, we're off him.
That's it. Crunchy or smooth peanut butter?
Smooth.
Okay. Fridge or cupboard for tomato sauce?
Cupboard.
Pyjamas, boxers, naked?
Naked, but he can't because the kids.
That's it. All right. Very nice. Aisle or window seat on a plane?
Aisle.
And left or right-hand side of the bed?
Right.
All right. How'd he go? Look at that. 16. Wow. What a score. How's that, Matt?
Might be
Not
16
bad.
apiece.
Very good. We're going to do the same thing, all right? So you're going to be stepping up, Joel. This is your chance for the limelight. You're going to be turning the score paddle over each time he gets one right. Let's see how you go here, Jack. Who did Bo grow up supporting and who was his favourite footballer?
Port and Dusty.
Okay. What's the one headline he'd like to wake up and read about himself?
Norm.
There you go. Who's been his toughest opponent to match up on?
Dyson Heppel.
Okay. Question number 4. So we've got 4 out of 4 so far. You doing all right? Good on you. Good on you, Joel. Well done. Who was the last person he spoke to on his phone?
Cryptids.
There you go. Question 5. Who did he say was the best kick at the club?
He said Pendles.
Okay. What one word did he use to describe what footy means to him?
Mates.
All right. His first goal was against who?
Giants.
It's all right. I've got they're all numbers are here. He's doing all right. He's doing very well. His first goal was against who? That was the last question.
Yeah, the Giants.
Yeah, there we go. So he's got 7 out of 7 so far. His favourite dish to eat is what?
Lasagna.
Lasagna. Perfect. Best artist or concert was?
Zach Bryan.
Okay. What's his favourite movie?
Fast and Furious.
All right. Has he ever noticed the Good for Footy logo on the ground at the MCG and thought of this show?
Yes, because he's a suckhole.
I like you for it, Bo. Well done. Crunchy or smooth peanut butter?
He said smooth.
Oh, brilliant.
He
Fridge or
He
cupboard?
said the cupboard.
Yep.
And he said the right side of the bed. And he sleeps in his jocks.
And what about aisle on a plane?
Yeah, aisle.
Yeah, aisle or window?
Aisle.
Yeah? Okay.
Go on, mate.
He got all 16. Well done. We have the kids up here for fun, all right? Well done. You guys are fantastic. Hey, boys, you guys were seriously fantastic. So much so that you both won yourself a That's Good Footy merchandise pack. There's about $60 worth of stuff in there. Don't go and sell it on eBay. All right? But well done. Champion. All right, very quickly, boys, we'll just talk a little bit of football because it is a footy panel show. We'll get out of this as quickly as I can. We'll talk Pies form. 4 losses, 8 wins, 2 draws, sitting 4th on the ladder. Next game, Saturday, June the 29th at 4:35pm against Gold Coast on their home deck. Excuse me. Going into the bye, the Pies had a pretty extensive injury list on the sidelines. Pendles, Hoskin Elliott, Mitchell, Elliott, McStay, Cox, DeGoey, Myercheck, Carmichael. Who might you say is coming back for this game? Well, we think we know a couple. I think there's about 3. They've given Pendles the go-ahead, DeGoey the go-ahead, Myercheck the go-ahead. Would I be correct in assuming that at this stage?
No.
Yep. All I wanted to do is just ask you, it's great to have those kind of players back now that you've been rested and you're coming out of the bye. You've got moving forward, I've just spoken about round 16, what you're going to be playing against the Gold Coast, but how's this? Round 17, MCG, Friday night, Pies v Bombers. You'll love that. You'll be up and about for that. Round 18, MCG, Friday night, Pies v Cats. Round 19, MCG, Saturday afternoon, Pies v Hawks. Round 20, MCG, Sunday afternoon, Pies v Tigers. Round 21, MCG, Saturday night, Pies v Blues. Whoa. Round 22, SCG, Friday night, Pies v Swans. Round 23, Saturday afternoon, Pies v Lions. Round 24, obviously yet to be aligned, but MCG, Pies v Demons. Talk about games on the way home. How excited are you guys about what pointy end of the season looks like?
Well, I just think the way we've been tracking with so many injuries has been unreal, and the way we've been performing with so many injuries has been elite. And obviously, got a lot of key players coming back in, so it'll be exciting to see how well we can do once all them boys are back. And
Absolutely.
I'm excited to play at the G pretty well every game for the next however many there is.
Can I just ask you, don't show any favouritism here, but if you want to go for it, players often talk about games that they pencil in when they see the fixture come out. If there was one game out of all of those that I just mentioned, which gives you goosebumps from anticipation, what game might it be?
I think the big rivalry games are the kind of ones you pencil in, especially if they're prime time.
Yep.
So I think we've got a number of Friday night games here. Was it Geelong, Essendon and Carlton? So we'll probably have 85, 90, 95,000 at those three games. So they're the ones we love to play in. That's why we love playing for Collingwood as well. We get the luxury of doing that so often. But yeah, they're the games we spoke about, like where the crowd gets really involved. You have goosebumps running out, goosebumps in the game. They make those wins more special. So yeah, we feel like we turn up to perform really well on the big stage. So
Fantastic.
Looking forward to them.
Yeah, I can imagine. Pies are coming off a bye, 13-day break between games. Feeling refreshed, lads? Where did you both go? What did you get up to? Anything?
Yep, I went to Ocean Grove for the night. Yeah.
Strange you didn't, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, went down there for a night. One of the player sponsors actually has a beautiful house down there that they've just finished. It's a beach house. So went down there and that was beautiful.
Nice.
Then came back and met Isaac Quaynor up on the Gold Coast, TJ, and then me and Caleb Poulter. They didn't finish till Wednesday.
Okay.
So, yeah, went up there in the Goldie, chilled out, had a few too many drinks, drove some cool cars, and it was a good fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
So how refreshed are you now feeling? Can't wait to get back and sink your teeth into football?
Yeah, I'm excited. It was obviously a good time away with the boys, so yeah, no, I'm happy to be happy to be back. Yeah,
it's hard to put the two into comparison, and not that I was trying to do so. But Jack, I presume yours would have been 3 kids and
Yeah, where did I go? Well, home, school drop off, kinder drop off, local cafe for a good feed.
Excellent.
Sat on the couch watching TV.
Beautiful. Well done,
was that good?
You are certainly refreshed. No doubt the team message for this game will be hunt and chase, protect the corridor, take on every opportunity, apply pressure both on the ball carrier as well as the scoreboard, make your tackles stick, be effective with your ball use. Have I summed that up?
Yeah,
fair enough.
You could get a good job at the Pies, mate. Come down. We could use you.
Yeah, cool.
You nailed it.
Yeah,
Pretty well,
good.
everything.
All right. Good luck for the rest of the season. Good luck this weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, go Pies. Well done. All right. Here you go. Upcoming shows, if you'd like to be part of the live audience at any of the shows that we do, get onto the website, www.that'sgoodforfooty.com.au/events, because it's always better live. You'd agree with that, wouldn't you? Some would, some wouldn't. Okay. The next That's Good Footy panel show is on July the 3rd. We're heading to the Mulgrave Country Club in Wheelers Hill for a Richmond show with McKelty Lafau and Tim Taranto. Then on July the 10th, we're either going to be doing an Essendon or a Carlton show. Bo will be going to that, I'm sure. Yeah. Then on July the 17th, we're heading to the Australian Sports Club, which is here in Werribee. We're going to be doing a Geelong show here with Max Holmes and Oliver Henry. I know, we can't please everyone. Then on July the 24th, you're going to love this, we're back at the Mulgrave Country Club in Wheelers Hill for a Hawthorn show with Jack Ginnivan and CJ. How good's that? You can come out there and throw rocks. No, we don't condone any of that. Please don't do any of that. Remember, when you're purchasing your tickets, only get them through the That's Good Footy website, which is www.that'sgoodforfooty.com.au. Thanks to everyone for coming along tonight. Thank you very much to Sam. Thank you very much to the beautiful Sandy. Could you please put your hands together for them? Thank you both for all you've done. I've told you where your photos are going to be. Get onto the That's Good Footy Facebook page later on tonight. There'll be photos of all your photos will be up there, and then go and share them, tag them, comment, like them, all that sort of stuff. What I now need you to do, this is the part where I want you to all be upstanding. Well, not necessarily upstanding, but at least get behind it. Please thank Bo McCreary and Jack Crisp. Two fantastic individuals. When I spoke to them a couple of weeks ago and I said I'd love to get you on the show, Bo never returned my call, but that's all right. But now that he's done it, it's great. Boys, pick up your microphone. I want you guys to have the last word. Your first time here, so tell us, did you enjoy yourself?
Had a great time. Sorry for my honesty, but thank you, and I hope you all enjoyed it. Thanks for coming.
How good's that? And Jack, last word goes to you.
Yeah, thanks for all showing up. We appreciate it, and hopefully we can see it at a few games coming up in the prime time. So
Yeah.
see you at the Gold Coast. Yeah, even better.
That's it. Go Pies, there you go. So this has been the That's Good Footy panel show. My name is Damien. Thank you all very much for coming along, and thank you for your support. We'll see you again real soon. Thank you and good night. Cheers, guys.
Forget about the heartbreaks, the agony and heartaches. You give it up for the game's sake, and that's good for footy. And this is what you pray for, every night and every day for. You give it up.